And we're live. People, deluded. I'm back again. I hope we're all doing well and safe. Well, I should know the time. It's actually now just gone past 11 a.m. over here in the UK. I'm conscious I have a lot of followers all over the world. So if you're in Australia and them sort of time zones there, you're well ahead. If you're in America, it's still early morning. You know, whoever you are, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I hope you're well and safe. However you're watching this, it means a lot that you're tuned in each and every time. I saw a number of you from early in the comment sections, and I appreciate that, people. I'm seeing you lot smash the like button already. Please, can we hit the like button? Can we keep getting that up? Like Daniel said, keep hitting the like button, people, as you're tuning in. It doesn't cost a thing, really and truly. Omar, who's over there in Kenya, he's saying he's having lunchtime. Big up Omar and whatnot, man. So it's lunchtime for some people there. I've just had my breakfast. I've had a patty and a cheese twist, which is like a cheese sort of pastry thing, if no one knows what I'm talking about. And I've still got my green tea and honey with the Barbados mug. So yeah, man, it means a lot, man. Big up everybody that's tuned in. I'm seeing a lot of you. Antoine said, can I support Arsenal? Well, I assume you're a Liverpool fan, because Mo Salah's in your bio, man. I mean, listen, Arsenal will always take more fans and whatnot, but why would you want to leave Liverpool for Arsenal? You, man, have won the Premier League and the Champions League in recent years. I'd bite your arm off for that, really and truly, my guy, you know? So it is what it is, man. If you want to come to Arsenal, come do your thing, my guy, but it's a bit beaky, really and truly. You can't really trust people that change up their team and whatnot, man. Big up Liam. Liam's tuned in, you know. Come on, Stylish You is there again. You know, I'm seeing a lot of regulars, man. It means a lot. I'm always appreciative. Big up Musa locked up in that, man. Daniel has said, I hope you'll be successful. I hope too, my guy, man. I hope so too. Whether I succeed in anything I do or not, I just want you lot, the people, to see I gave it my best go. And, you know, I stayed real to myself. I didn't do things that I didn't feel were not me and whatnot, people. But it means a lot that you're all locked in. Big up Tony. You know, Carter's here again. You know, come on, man. Hey, give me a sec. I'll be able to say that. Konstantinos. There used to be a guy in my school with that. I guess you're in Greece or you're of Greek heritage. So big up all my Greek people, them locked in as well. You know, we got STG. Come on, man. Come on. Allow me, man. I thought, let me not wear an Arsenal shirt for once. I was just in the trackie. Like I said, I went and got breakfast quickly, and I'm just wearing a tracksuit and I've sat down. I've got my Arsenal jumper here for those that are getting on to me. And, you know, if you need a wardrobe change, it's a wardrobe change thing. But it is what it is. Big up yourself, Antoine. Adam said he's loving the work rate. I mean, you know, that's all I've got, really. I have to just keep trying what I'm doing, my guy. Big up Des, who's locked in. Come on, man. There's a lot of you. It means a lot. As I said, smack up the like button. You've almost made me forget what I'm actually originally here for, people. The first one, I want to speak about some things put to me by you guys, people. As Big Riv says, chat to them, DJ. I'm going. I'm coming through, my guy. I'm coming through, man. What's the time there? As I said, right now it's 11:09. Don't know what your time is, but you know, whatever time it is, I'm always appreciated. Tony's loving the tracky. I mean, come on, my guy. Come on. Omen saying we'll let you off the hook. Come on. As C said, make sure you're hitting the like button. I'm going to check the comments in a sec, and we'll get into all of that. But first, I wanted to speak about something that doesn't necessarily affect the game, purely because I don't want to forget people. So first and foremost, you know, regardless of, with disregarding to a degree the result against Man United before we play against them, well, after we've played against them and before we play again on Thursday, Aubameyang through the middle. Now, it's not a thing. You know, we did what we needed to do against Man United. Everybody had a job. As I've said, for me, every day of the week, Aubameyang plays through the middle. But if there's games like the Man United one or top 6 clashes or semi-finals or something where we need Aubameyang to do a job out there, it is what it is, isn't it? For me, you know, 38 games, he plays 34 or so up front. But, you know, there might be games we need him to do a role. I don't mind that. Or to bring balance into the team. I don't mind that. And specific to the United game, I don't mind that. Obviously, he had few chances, and the chances that he did have, I felt he could have done a bit better at. I'm not going to get at to him for the Bellerin one, because Bellerin put a lovely ball, but there was a lot of power behind that. For me, there was one, I can't remember who lost possession for United. It might have been Fred. Apologies if it's not Fred, people, but his pocket got picked, and I think Lacazette played Aubameyang, and Aubameyang tried to caress it into the right corner with his right foot. Atrocious effort, but these efforts are too far and beyond. It's not rocket science. You get your best man in the middle, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna lie, what Lacazette did in that game, he might not have scored and whatnot. He went through a lot of, he put in a lot of doggy work. He ran unnecessarily. I say unnecessarily, but you know what I mean. He put in a shift, people. So Aubameyang plays through the middle every day of the week. Somebody asked me about Willian in the 10 role. Willian in the 10 role is probably complicated if we keep moving with 3 at the back, because there isn't a 10. And I think why Willian plays out wide, in hindsight, again, he's an attacking player. When you think of Willian, you're not thinking of defending. But I think Willian in hindsight is playing right wing for 2 reasons. First and foremost, he's going to give you average performances, but he's going to give you a 5 out of 10 probably 10 times. Where you got someone like Pepe, you know, he might have a 7, then a 4, then a 3, then a 2. So I think that little average consistency is what keeps Willian in the team, people. Also, on top of that, I think Willian gives us a lot defensively, and I don't want to overstate it, but he does track back, he does put in a shift. So when you're going 3 at the back, you've got Bellerin, you think of United, you know, they got Rashford, they got Greenwood, Martial ain't playing, but just to illustrate the point, counter-attacking, men in numbers. So if you've got, you know, a back 3, back 5 with the fullbacks, you've got Partey and Elneny there, and you've got Willian kind of shutting things down. I understand why Willian plays in that regards. Willian wasn't poor against Man United, in my opinion. You know, his effort where he hit the crossbar, couldn't have asked him for a bit more. My thing with Willian is I don't understand how, you know, Pepe's poor because Pepe's been playing poor, but I don't understand how Willian's been afforded that sort of running the side sort of thing, whether he's winning, losing, or drawing. And I think Willian's one of them man now, whether, you know, I wouldn't say his performances affect him starting or not, because every player it does, but I feel with Willian, to a degree, like Xhaka and Luiz, and I'm going to get onto that, to a degree, them and there's performances, it doesn't really matter what they put in, they're going to play. I would like to see Willian in a 10 position, but if we persist with 3 at the back, it can't be a thing. And apologies, people, I need to do something very quickly. I'm still here. I'm just moving over to YouTube Studio because I want to clip a certain clip up for those of you that are not locked in the live. If you're just tuning in, as I've already said, make sure you hit the like button. I'm not responding to the comments right now because I'm talking, obviously, but I'm seeing a lot of usual faces. Big up AM as well. Big up Emmanuel. I see you lot in the comments, man. Make sure you lot are regulating these trollers and whatnot. I'm seeing G-Med and whatnot as well. So big up everybody locked in. For me, yeah, again, I'm going to get onto the Elneny and Partey thing, but with Xhaka and I'd say David Luiz. Now, if we go back to Man City last year, people, I say last year, a few weeks ago, apologies, not the last year one. Do you not remember David Luiz played, but he was originally meant to be on the bench for Rob Holding. Now, that's one thing I like, and I've always said I like, but don't like about Arteta. I like that, you know, he rotates, man. Some man, you know, that you think, you know, there's man that won't be involved all week or all games, then they get thrown into Liverpool, or some man will play here, some man will play there. I like that. He clearly has hierarchy within his team, but he will chop and change. There's not really favourites like that. There is a double-edged sword of that, because while I like that, I feel you know, he come from Man City. I don't feel we've got the Man City squad. So when you're doing things like Willian playing as a 9, or Eddie Nketiah, this half striker / winger role, these things aren't going to work. We ain't got Raheem Sterling and all of these players that City have. Sort of thing. So we've got to keep players within their actual roles, sort of thing. But one thing I like about Arteta is what I've said, and it almost throws up everything on its head, because I would say David Luiz and Xhaka are favourites of Arteta. Every manager's got them, they're key members. You know, like Holding, David Luiz is, you know, remember the cup final, David Luiz had one training session, he barely played in the prior thing, and he put in a shift, and David Luiz 9 times out of 10 plays. Xhaka, you can see what we do in terms of football. I might not agree with Xhaka being a regular starter and whatnot. I don't think he's a bad player, and I think the club can progress. My thing is, like you saw him on the bench against United, that's not to necessarily praise the midfielders who played, but, you know, that's Xhaka's thing. You use him as a squad player, he rotates, he what's not. I get what Xhaka brings to the team, but I don't. I see why he plays. You know, he's probably going to get onto the ball more than Partey or more than Elneny and try play those passes. Yes, you know, Xhaka's the best midfielder in the world with all the time on the ball. When he's pressed, there's problems. He is quite limited. He is quite cumbersome. And, you know, 1 minute he's a 6, then he's venturing further forward. You don't really know specifically what Xhaka is and whatnot. And I just don't feel Xhaka's deficiencies, with all due respect to him, are overshadowed by what he brings to the team. Like, if he was this the same Xhaka, but he's, you know, not necessarily goals and assists, but he's creating, you know, we're not creating chances unless he plays, then I'd be like, all right, cool, you take the rough with the smooth. But I don't think it's that. And it's very interesting seeing what Arteta is doing, because like I said, David Luiz, is his man, but then he wasn't going to play him against City. Xhaka got dropped out of this team, so it further throws things on its head in relation to what Arteta is truly thinking and believing. Now, in relation to Elneny and Partey, there might become a game where we question, is that midfield expansive enough? Big up them for obviously shutting it down and being mobile and everything, and I'm going to praise them in a sec, but you get my point in that regards, people. 1 second, because I've just got an alert from YouTube. Xhaka, apologies, people. Let's go back to what we were speaking about now. As I was saying with Elneny, and there is also some people onto Xhaka. I don't think Xhaka is trash. I don't think he's trash, but I just feel it's a squad player thing. If anything, like, I just feel it's a squad player thing. Like, he wouldn't be a starter. Again, Arteta knows more about ball than me. Emery does. Art Wenger does. Them and they were using him. Like, 3 different managers he's playing. So is it whatever they're using him? Is it because of a lack of options? Is it because they see something we don't see? Is it attitude they love? Whatever it is, Arteta pulled this guy back in, when it looked like a myth that he could have been gone after the whole swearing stuff. He pulled him in. He's played him a ridiculous amount. Let's not cap, not that I'm defending Xhaka, but keeping it fair. Let's not act like for all Xhaka's been terrible. He's had some good games, people. He has had some good games in an Arsenal shirt. Again, not too many away from home. It's not a coincidence that we won away from home shopping Xhaka, as someone put, but I think there's strengths. And I still think Xhaka is going to play a part this season. In the same way Elneny might come out of the team and he still have a part to play, or Partey or whatever. You don't know me. I don't want to talk about people that are not at this club, but for me, you have a Partey, you have Elneny. I'm not going to really gas up Elneny's thing, because listen, let's keep it true. Nobody lie. Yeah, I'm only speaking for myself. I think Elneny is a decent player. He's a decent squad player. You can check all my videos. I've said Elneny is a better player than man give him credit for. But Elneny was on the list of players that if we need to raise funds and move man on, we need to move him on. Let's keep it true. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of sensationalism with Partey. I'm not Partey, Elneny, and everyone's a genius now with Elneny, and everyone was saying play him and do this and do this and do that and all that and the rest of it. That's how football is. Everybody was Elneny's biggest fan. Now he's in the team. He's doing his job. I said that's one thing Arteta has to be able to do. He's got to be able to find roles for man that we think are past it. He's done that for Elneny. When Elneny's been thrown his chances, he's taken them. That's all I care about. I don't care if you're a Aubameyang, if you're under 18s, if you're signed for 50 million, if you're signed for 2 million. When you have your chance, take it and move mad. And that's what Elneny's done. Whether he's played Europa, Cup games, big games, he's done what he's needed to do. I would have liked to have had Partey, I wouldn't have minded Elneny staying in the squad. I would have loved to have kept Torreira, purely because when you look at games like United, Elneny and Partey, they did very well, but they were looking quite knackered. It would have been lovely to take one off and bring a next man on, or bring in a next man to shut out the game. I wouldn't say I'm happy with all our midfield options, because I'm not. We didn't bring in that creative man. But I do think there's a lot to be said. I think Elneny and Partey, until they have bad games or iffy games, that's the pivot for me, anyways. That's the pivot I'm going with next game on the weekend. That's what I'm going with. But there's going to become the inevitable bad game where you question Elneny, or there's going to be a game where obviously we was on top of Man United, but let's say like a Sheffield thing where we're really on top of them and we're not breaking them down. There might come a time where man are looking at him differently. My thing is, everybody's going to have a part to play this season. Xhaka, as I said, Xhaka is not my cup of tea. He's not my first choice midfielder, but he's going to have a part to play. Man, I've forgotten about Ceballos. Ceballos is going to have a part to play. Partey and Elneny, of course, are going to do their thing. For me, that's it. And at the moment, I don't mind that pivot, because Partey can play a ball forward. Clearly, Partey can play some expansive passes, but I wouldn't have him down as a creative man. 1 second. Levy said he was knackered. It comes down to pure desire from Elneny. Big up Elneny. That's what I want to see. The same way you maintain your high standards in the first 10 minutes is the last. Big up Elneny for chasing it. But you could see them, man, they are human. You could, because of what we're doing and the system required, you could see a number of players were tired, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're working the game plan to full effect. I'm just saying it would have been lovely to help them out. Go and bring in an ex midfielder. So it's Partey, Elneny, and an ex man to secure out the game, rather than the Maitland-Niles and the Mustafi. Not that they did anything wrong, sort of thing. But moving back to this, like I said, everybody's going to have a part to play this season. There's going to come a time we're not breaking down teams, and the inevitable people that are gassing up Elneny are going to use that same energy and get onto him, as most fans do. You know, fans like sensationalism. You know, 1 minute everyone's the best thing since sliced bread, then they're going to get at him when we should be praising and critiquing fairly, which is the case. As I was saying, you know, for me, we failed to bring in our the creative man, and right now we failed to in-house at least fix the issue in terms of creativity, breaking teams down, and you know, one of them sort of man. So if we're gonna do that, if we can't do that now, then I don't mind the Partey and Elneny in midfield, the three at the back or whatever. Admittedly, I want to do four, and then we figure it out. The problem is, you know, who is going to pick the locks? You know, does everybody need to be, you know, trying to play these passes, or where is it going to come from? Because I don't want it to be like, with all due respect, Liverpool, where it's coming from the fullbacks. I know they brought in midfielders because our fullbacks are not creative like that. Tierney will get up there, and as will Bellerin, but it's not like Trent where he's going to be spamming crosses, or Robertson up and down, up. To be fair to Tierney, he does. Do you get it? So we need creativity centrally. So that's the next thing for Arteta to work out, people. And why you also can't write off Xhaka, because Partey spoken about Xhaka himself. Arteta, remember, like, it's not, you can't just write off a man. The way Arteta's spoken about Xhaka, that's his dog. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think it's a coincidence myself. While Elneny and Partey played and we look better in midfield, but what would I be saying if Xhaka played? I'd have to praise and critique him fairly. What I like about Elneny and Partey specifically is Elneny can do a bit of other roles, but when you see Elneny, you know what you're going to get. He was playing forward passes, but you know he's not the man to really do that. He's got an engine and he's okay in possession. You can see directly what Elneny's role in the team is. To get it, and obviously we know what Partey is on. With Xhaka, it's a bit either. When it's Xhaka and Ceballos, it's a bit either or. You get it. We don't know we know he's a technically good player, but we don't actually know what Ceballos actually is. Are you deep lying? Are you 10? I can say you're not a 10. I think you're more deep lying, box to box thing. Are you that? What is Xhaka? You know, I don't believe in building the team around Xhaka because, again, you know, the benefits of doing such or him playing are not overshadowing the deficiencies. Do you get it, people? Like, you know, John Terry was a quality defender. As he got on a bit, he would struggle with a high line, so the team had to be changed to guard against that. But the positives that Terry, apologies, is bringing into the team in terms of tackling, leadership, and whatever overshadows the high lines. You get it? With Xhaka, it's not quite there. That you're capping, man. You're capping. Every player in this Arsenal team has had a bad game. I can go back to Crystal Palace a couple of years ago where Mavropanos and Mustafi played. This is, no offense, Raymond, but this is the sensationalism that I have an issue with. You know, it's all right to say Elneny or any player had a good game, but we need to stop the revolutionism, because we see it with Elneny, we see it with Luiz, we've seen it with Bellerin. Like, we just need to call a spade a spade. Elneny, like, every player has had a bad game. I think that's a lot of that's serious cappuccino. You know, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you, Raymond, but this is what I mean. Like, everybody, you know, everybody knew Elneny was a baller and all of this sort of stuff, and they were screaming, play him, and everyone's a genius in hindsight. Not saying you, Raymond, but this is it, people. When Luiz was playing well, this was it. It's a bit mad, really and truly. You're right, STG. Gabriel was a beast, and for the fact that we paid 5 million up front and the rest of the 20 odd is being given to Leo over 5 years, scary. And for me, this is the difference between, you know, this is the benefit, better yet, of having a squad. Like, this is, you see when you bring in a Gabriel and a Partey, you know, yeah, we can talk about 70 million. Yeah, I can just say, like I said, it looks like a steal. 5 million up front, the rest 20 odd bucked over the period. For me, I'm more gassed about the fact of it addresses the spine. You know, Gabriel is 22. You know, he's got a number of years. Partey's only, what, 20, 26, 27. One of them ages there. He's still got a long time. The spine of the team, you know, Gabriel and Partey, they can't change it alone. You know, clearly with Arteta, mainly defensively, you know, you've seen an improvement defensively. We've got one of the best defenses statistically in the league at this moment in time with 7 odd games. So that means the whole team, the whole framework, the whole outlook to defending has improved. You know, collectively, our first line of defense from the strikers all the way to the goalie are working well. And then Gabriel's obviously starring because he's a good defender, and Partey starring because he's a good box-to-box defensive central midfielder, whatever you want to refer to him as. That's what I wanted to see, because they couldn't thrive without that. You know, it would be like Koscielny with Gabriel, where it's not how Gabriel's shining now. Gabriel be shining because everybody's a mess and he's putting out fires, or there's so many holes in midfield. Partey's just going out fighting like a real G. Because there was a system, everybody shined. Because there was a system, you saw Elneny's quality and Partey's quality shine, even though it was 4 man for Man United in midfield against 2. That's what I like. Of course, it looks good, 70-odd million in a day and age where everybody's spending mad money. Fred cost 52, we got Partey for 45. Do you get it? Gabriel cost 20-odd. We all know how much Harry Maguire and to a degree Lindelof cost. Do you get it? So it does look good. For every part, for Partey and Gabriel, how many players have we missed out? But it shows you there are deals to be done if you get it done early, if you do this thing early. And Gabriel is going to have a bad game. He's come out of City, he's come out of Liverpool, he's come out of Leicester, he's come out of this game superb. It's been a fantastic opening month period to his Arsenal career. He has already had tough times in his career. He went out on loan at Lille. He wasn't starting the minute he joined Lille, but there's going to be a time it's not happening for him at Arsenal. Same way with Saliba, same way with Bukayo Saka. Saka's going to hit a brick wall where the passes are not happening. He's not scoring, he's not assisting, he's not affecting the game. There's inconsistencies, there's fans asking questions. You go through these moments as players. Diamonds are not made without pressure. This is what they will go through. And why I have confidence with Gabriel is because he's got the right temperament to do this thing really and truly. So I like that. The next step for us obviously is to be a bit more creative as a team, without a doubt, people. As you lot can already see, we just need to be a tiny bit more creative, because even at a push against Manchester United, we didn't really create. Yeah, Willian had the chance. Bellerin had a chance. Saka had a header. Willian hit the bar. Aubameyang wrapped his foot around it. Lacazette, Lindelof got a touch. But we all know we didn't really. It weren't backs against the wall defending per se for De Gea. We weren't cutting them open and the rest of it. That's the next step. We had to rely on a penalty, and that's not our fault. United fans are getting mad about it, and they're the kick specialists of penalties. So we can't get mad about it. But the next step is obviously marrying our improvement defensively with the attacking outlet, because we've got to do a bit more. Now, I don't personally... I think Arteta, to a degree, has learned from his mistakes. Listen, only time will tell as to whether he's learned from his mistakes, people. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. 1 second, people. I'm going to record this. Only time will tell in relation to Arteta if he'll learn from his mistakes, because I think he did, against mainly the Liverpool game for me. I like that we tried to worry about Liverpool's threat, but we were toothless. We were very defeative. And whatnot. Against Man United, you saw we were on it defensively to a degree. We was going forward. We was trying to present issues. Our fullbacks were bombing. It was an enjoyable game from an Arsenal perspective. While there was we had a number of corners. We didn't really test De Gea like that, really make him, like I said, backs against the wall defending. But we had a bit more going forward. This could have been a way where, similar to like Liverpool, Arteta sat there and said, "Oh my God, they've got Rashford, they've got Greenwood, they've got Bruno, Pogba, Van der Beek. Let's just sit back." This time he said, "You know what? Let's respect them. They've got a threat. They've got some good attacking players, but we need to remember about us. Same way I want Aubameyang to defend, he can exploit them." And we did that. And I think he learned his lesson from previous games. Now, admittedly, I'm not going to lie to you lot, people. The way you're going to play against, you're going to be a bit more expansive against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Man United than you would against Liverpool and City, for example. Them two teams compared to United are better oiled and engined units. They have better squads. They will punish you a bit more. United can score goals, but they are quite wasteful. There is significantly more chigs in their armor than them teams there. So I can understand. And there's more question marks, United are a bit more of an individual team. They're a better coach team. You don't really know what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's philosophy is. So you are going to have a bit more of a go. And the last 2 times or three times Arteta's played against them, I'm sure Arteta was in charge at Old Trafford away, definitely when we beat them at the Emirates and obviously last game. But he's had a go. He'll respect the other. I'm not going to say he doesn't respect Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because that's not true, but he'll have a go at Man United, and rightly so. So I'd say the next step is to do that a bit more. Obviously, I'd say we've got to do that against try and break the smaller teams down. With all due respect to Sheffield United, that first half tells you all of our problems as a team. We've got to learn to break teams down a bit more, a bit better, a bit more cutting edge. And what I liked from that game as well, every player took responsibility and wanted to make the difference. Rob Holding wanted to make the difference defensively. Adi Gabriel, Bellerin wanted to have a spotless performance at fullback, as he did. Tierney did his thing, and I don't feel Tierney gets enough. Tierney and Bellerin personally are getting enough credit based on that game, and rightly so. Not rightly so, but you have Partey, Elneny, Gabriel, and the rest of them. But I think Tierney was superb. A number of important blocks. Bellerin, someone I'm onto the most, made a number of lovely runs. Man to a man, it was a good performance. And for the players, it's about doing that on a consistent period. Because if we look at it now, people, as happy as I am about beating Man United, that one day is gone now. Like it's gone. It is what it is. And if we look at it, our ratio for this season at least is still in the negative. Like, we failed against Leicester, we failed against Liverpool, we failed against City. You know, we've beaten Man United. You've got Spurs to come, and you've still got to play half of the teams I've mentioned. You know, we've got to welcome Liverpool to our place. Obviously, United have to come to the Emirates. We've got 2 games against Spurs, and you get the point. So it's about making this the minimum, and it's about relishing the next game. I think I speak for all Arsenal fans, or any true football fan that's watching Arsenal, is saying there's a bit more stability defensively. Dare I say, there's a bit more confidence in Arsenal fans defensively. Like, I don't want to say we're not worried about defending or defense, because we've still got some individuals with numerous errors. We're still not 100% convincing, but we are significantly better in that outlook and our approach wholeheartedly defensively since the moment Arteta came into this team. It's a dramatically better team. If we was to watch, you know, the last 3 games before Arteta came through and the last 3 games now, you would see an improvement. That's a fact, people. So it is what it is. It's a nice beginning. It's nice, obviously, to beat Man United. It's a good 3-pointer. I'd say 6, because you never know what could happen in terms of top 4. But you need to start as we mean to go along, people. It's the first one, and we've just got to keep going. Really. That's what that is. And yeah, man, I just want to sign some midfielders, really. Apparently, Guendouzi played. I haven't seen it, but Guendouzi played for Hertha Berlin, and you know, he's been dealing with COVID-19. So speaking of midfielders, I thought I'd mention him. You know, I don't know when Atletico play, my people, them, but Atletico's playing either today, Tuesday, or tomorrow, Wednesday. So you'll see Torreira. Let me see what you lot are saying. As C said, make sure you're hitting the like button. It doesn't cost a thing. Come on, people. Come on. Big up AM, locked in. Levy, I'm not changing my tracksuit for nothing. You're just gonna have to hold it up, brother. Thank you very much for your praise, Nana. You know, I'm gonna keep trying, keep doing what I'm doing, as you said. Come on, see, it's G Meds locked in. You know, at the time of you making that message, it was 12 o'clock in Germany. So hopefully you're having a decent lunch with Deluded. We got Mitty's locked in. Arsenal have not won every game Elneny has been involved in. Like, just stop being silly. Like, hey, that's not even true this season. Like, you're spamming as well. Just doing nonsense. Come on, man. What's Tony Jones saying? DG, I want to catch your opinion on the most frustrating striker we've had at Arsenal for the time, considering the money spent on him. Another big game, another big chance missed for Lacazette. I don't think he's the most frustrating striker. I think that's a harsh one. I do think he frustrates in moments. He missed a chance where, if you go and look at it again, there's a deflection. It's come off Lindelof. You know, you got to be fair. And I think if you watch the game again, you know, obviously we didn't sign Lacazette for work rate and all of these things, but he got through a lot of work. His, you know, like everybody, his work rate and what he was told to do was central to our win. It was a good collective performance, and I feel Lacazette could leave with his head held high. Of course, if you score and you get on the score sheet and you make the difference in that regards, it's a bit better. I wouldn't say he's more frustrated. You know, Giroud was more frustrating than Lacazette, in my opinion. I think people look at Giroud with rose tints, and this is someone that was a chronic defender of Giroud. I think Giroud was misunderstood. I think he was underrated, but people look at Giroud's highlights with rose tints. He was incredibly frustrating for Arsenal and bottled a lot of moments. They're both equally as frustrating as each other. Of course, Lacazette was bought for big money. But I just think people look at Giroud's time at Arsenal with rose tints, as they do for a lot of players in general. Lacazette hasn't been the man we thought. You know, if he was the man we thought, Aubameyang wouldn't be at this club. Lacazette would be the one we're begging to sign a new deal instead. You know, I think the silence is deafening in Lacazette's regards, and he will be moved on. That being said, he has been a decent player for us. He has been important, but I wouldn't go as far as to say he's been the most frustrating. We've had some incredibly frustrating strikers at this club, even more frustrating than Giroud. I'd say the most frustrating for me was Bentner, because he was effing horseshit. Like, come on, man, it's a mad thing. As RR said, stop spamming. Come on. Emmanuel's, pick up Emmanuel. As he has said, everybody hit the like button. It does not cost a thing. G-Med echoes that. Let's smash the like button before going too far. Come on, let's get that one done and dusted. That stylish youth said, come on, we're there, man. That doesn't make sense because he played Lacazette and his decision was backed up. I want to see Lacazette through the. I want to see Aubameyang through the middle, but he played Lacazette for the pressing. He played Lacazette because of what he do to Fred. Every player he played out there had a specific role and did it well. And this is what I mean by agendas. You know, you praise and critique fairly. You can think Lacazette isn't good enough. You can think he's not levels. You can think you need to move him on. You can think he's been in poor form. But specific to that one there, it's not true, man. So he has learned from his. I don't agree with that. You know, and plus, let's not act like Lacazette hasn't been the most prolific striker within the squad right now. And this is me. Lacazette should be on the bench. Plan B. But you have to keep it trill, man. You have to keep it fair. Like Narco said, he was good. He deserves more praise. He got through a lot defensively. You know, big up Levy. It's 3 a.m. in Las Vegas. You should be asleep. I don't know what you're on, but big up yourself nonetheless for being locked in. And Joe's put it perfectly, man. You know, he has to do the ugly work and stuff, but, you know, I hope he can score more. If he scores more, he does his thing. Lacazette, a lot of fans used to get onto me for saying Lacazette is not a 20 league goal man, so there's only so far he can go. So, yeah, man. I'm not too sure you're throwing that world-class thing around. I mean, he was in Germany. No one was saying he was world-class in that, you know. I think Xhaka's a good Premier League midfielder. I think Xhaka can play Premier League football. I don't think it's a thing with his pace. I just think it's decision making and consistency, really and truly. And I just don't see what Xhaka brings in the sense of I know what he brings, but his specific roles, the lines have always been blurred with him. I guess you could consider it, but I wouldn't say I'd force him out the door right now unless another midfielder is coming in, my dude, my tug. I think Torreira's better than him, but, you know, the form Elneny's playing in, I'll take that fact, so it don't mean nothing, man. That's it, you know, and that's the thing with fans of all clubs, man. There's always agendas, you know. Some fans, you know, Xhaka's got them, Pepe's got them, Bellerin's got them, Ozil's got them. You got them extreme fans who hate their guts. You've got them fans there who love everything they do, and you know, for me, it's frustrating because that's not how I like football. I've got opinions. There's footballers I don't like at this football club, but when they play well, I've got to praise them. When they play bad, we open the debate. That's all football should be, man. That's the thing. What it's about, I don't know. It's about deep lying. Is he box to box? Is he creative? I know he's got a lot of technical ability, but it is what it is, man. He would have been a lovely signing for them, but their loss is our gain. AM's put it right. He's a good squad player. And I don't really, that's all I care about. You know, when your chance comes and you're called upon, can you do your thing? Because in an ideal world, Elneny isn't going to be in the lineup if you bring in an Aouar or a next creative man. But when Elneny is called upon, you're a rotation option. There's no significant drop off. You know, that's what I want to see. There's no significant drop off when we're chopping and changing the team as required, because 38 games is naive to believe all 38 games is going to be the same team. You know, there's sometimes Lacazette strengths are going to be needed, sometimes they're not. It's a squad game. How we beat Man United might not be a way as to how we get a chance against Liverpool or how we play City or etc. It's a squad game. People need to understand that, and the quicker they do, the better. That's a bit harsh, Lauren. You know, I wouldn't say Ceballos is crap. I definitely think Ceballos has turned a corner since Arteta's come in. I wouldn't say crap, but you do want to see him coming into his own a bit and doing what he needs to do, man. Random guy has said, DG, how many years do you think Arteta will be our manager? He will be a short 2 to 3 years or a little longer. I don't know, my guy. I don't have a crystal ball, man. I'd like to imagine he'd be here for a 3-year period minimum, but I don't have a clue. Long may it continue, man. Long may it continue, man. I would love to see him. I'd love to see him stay as long as he can, man. Come on, man. Like C said, 250 odd people watching. Hit up the like button, man. And that's my problem, Red. Is Xhaka is a ball. I think Xhaka's good technically. I think he's shown consistency. I think we've won big games when he's played. I think he can be part of the squad. I just think he's, like he said, for me, it's not even slow running wise. It's slow when pressed. I think, you know, he's good when he's got bare time on the ball. He can do a mazza, but I think teams clock that. You press Xhaka out of the team, and I don't want to go so far as to say Elneny or Partey or Ceballos or Torreira previously or anyone that's in a partnership with Xhaka. You have to work 10 times harder. I don't want to go as far as to say that, but I think you do. I think Elneny and Partey, they complement each other a bit more. There was way more talking between them. They've both obviously got an engine. They both got a specialist role. Like, you know, Partey is the box-to-box / at worst, go and win the ball back. Elneny is a bit of a similar stature, so we can clearly see what they're bringing into the table and what they're here for. And I've been saying this for time. Go and look at my earliest Elneny videos. I beg. For everything I've said Elneny's got way more technical ability than man give him credit for. And I like that. Elneny knows his capabilities as well. I don't always think Xhaka knows that. Elneny knows the passes he can play and can't play. And I like the fact that Elneny reaches decisions quicker for all the criticisms. You know, I think Elneny's thing has just been confidence. He hasn't seemed confident. You're right, man. One of the most reactionary. It is what it is, man. I think Xhaka's good on the ball. It's just, you know, it's just too minimal what he's doing, man. And like you said, it's a long season. We need everybody. Everybody's in this team, whether I rate them or not, they're going to be needed. What happens when Elneny's injured? God forbid. What happens if Partey's injured? Defo touch every bit of wood. Every bit of wood. It's a mazza. It's what it is, man. All right, big up all my NY tugs in as well, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, they both got fairly the same amount of discipline. I think Partey and Elneny know their capabilities a bit more. Their positioning, if I haven't said it already, is better. And you kind of see what they bring, what they both bring to the table. It's like, Xhaka, what are you? You know, Partey, I know what you are. You get it? I know what you are, Elneny. Torreira, I knew what you was. Do you get it? So Bios, you're not really the same. We've got too many players in the team. We don't know what there is. Big up Rob Holding as well. Had a good performance against Liverpool and a good performance. Well, a bit iffy against Liverpool, but relatively good performance against Liverpool. And he did his thing yesterday. He's another one that gets agendas. Well, I say yesterday, a couple of days before. That could be something for me if you're going to do that, though. I don't think you need Xhaka, Partey, and Elneny. Potentially, Xhaka comes out of that team, and I will go with a Ceballos or play Willian in that 10 or play someone a bit more expansive because them and they're all too similar. You know, I think with the protection Partey and Elneny give and the dynamism and the box-to-box, you could free up Ceballos or do something else in a different way. And to be fair, yeah, as much as I say, I agree with you that Xhaka, to bring this comment back, is a bit indisciplined. As much as I say that, I think he has shown discipline. You know, I think he is indisciplined, but he has shown it. How many times has he been booked? How many times has he been out of position? This is just me looking at it. Andreas has a bit of a dream chasing question. You said, what do you think about Lautaro Martinez from Inter to replace Lacazette? If not, who would you get? In relation to who we get, that's another debate. But I would love Martinez. But I mean, you're linked with Barcelona, etc. You're not coming to Arsenal. And plus, he's going to cost a pretty penny. So it is what it is. Really is. So yeah, man, that's a decent one. Don't let me let my tea go cold. I wouldn't say Lacaz's lost his confidence. Like Lacazette did lose his confidence last year, but he started off the season well. You know, he didn't look like somebody lacking confidence against United. I don't want Pepe to play as a false nine. If Pepe plays anywhere, it's right wing for me because I think Saka deserves to play left wing until Saka loses his spot. So it is what it is. I answered this as well, Tony. I wouldn't mind trying Willian in the 10 role, but it is what it is, my guy, man. Somebody's asked me my thoughts on Martinelli coming back. What thoughts are there other to say than, you know, I can't wait. You know, man, not that anyone's forgot, but he's going to come and complicate things. He's going to come and be a good, healthy headache for Arteta. We know, he's had a lengthy layoff and we're going to need to wait for him for a bit. But I can't wait any longer for Martinelli to come back. He needs to, man. He needs to come back, man. Really needs to come back. Come on, Joe. Out here with the brew as well. Come on, man. I'll back a coffee, but not really as frequent. It's a tea thing. My thing is a green tea and honey. I assume you've got normal tea and that. And it's getting cold, really. For me, bro, Martinelli left. For me, I want Martinelli to be like Alexis Sanchez in the sense of I want him to be able to play well on the left, well on the right, and well through the middle. Now, I agree with what you said. You know, he's the guy that plays for me through the middle, but I want him to excel. I think he's got the IQ to do it. I think that helps his adaptability, and I think that's his thing. Like I said, striker first and foremost. The others, when need upon, you go and do your thing. I don't want to have to scream Martinelli's not good on the right and he's not good on the left, and he's too good for that, man. Ginger and lemon tea, that's me when I'm ill, my guy, man. Nah, stylish. You need to grow up, fam. Man, I'm talking about hot chocolate. If it's Milo, I'll lie you. But hot chocolate. Leave that for a little youths, man. You need to grow up, my guy. You need to grow up. You need to grow up still. You need to grow up, man. You need to grow up. And this coming from a youth with no facial hair. But yeah, man, upgrade your taste buds, man. That's a youth man thing. You're better than that. You're better than that. I was thinking that, you know, Martinelli, I don't know what Arteta is not seeing from Martinelli to not really play him, but I believe in Arteta so he can do what he needs to do. Antonio has said, do you prefer Willian or Pepe? Pepe every day of the week for me personally. That being said, 6 million Milo thing is a thing for Granny and that's it. Yeah, whatever, man. But yeah, back to the apologies. I shouldn't have really clicked on that. Let me find the question back again. Somebody asked, Antonio said, do you prefer Willian or Pepe? Not gonna lie, if I look at this from a manager's point of view, you know, you'd probably, not on ability, but just in terms of if I'm about to play a 10-game period, you'd probably prefer Willian, because at worst, Willian is going to be averagely consistent. Like I said, hella 5s out of 10s. It's not the best, but there's some consistency. Where Pepe might win you the game one week, the other time he's not tracking back and a madness has happened. So there might be 5 out of 10, 7, 2 7s, then a 2, then a 3. As a manager, you're not on that. I like Pepe. You know, I think why Arteta prefers Willian is because what he does defensively. I think, you know, with the two of them, Pepe is a bit more unpredictable. I would like to see Pepe given a run that Willian's had. If Pepe gets a run in the team, he doesn't do the business, then by all means come out the team and revise stuff. But that was the one area, that's the one criticism I say for Arteta. And maybe, you know, there's been Martinelli injury, Nelson injury. That's the one thing I wanted to see, wide areas, some real competition, because I felt it was a thing where, I'm not saying the minute you have a bad game be dropped, but I felt there would have been more flexibility in that, because I felt that's one place now I was happy with our wide options. You know, Aubameyang plays through the middle, but he was doing his thing out there. Martinelli, prior to injury, you know what he's on. You know what Bukayo Saka's been on since he's coming to the first team. Pepe, for all his criticisms, he isn't a bad player. And Willian might not have been someone I have purchased, and he frustrates, but he's there. So I would have thought when somebody fails or they're having a bit of a bad run, they come out the team and it's in a healthy way, you start from zero. I haven't really been seeing that in that regards, really. So yeah, I prefer Pepe every day of the week. Emmanuel, once again, big up yourself, man. He said, listen, smash the like, people. 365 people watching. Apologies. Let's get that to 200 minimum. Come on, people, man. Big up Henok as well. Forgive me if I've mispronounced your name. Another one watching from them mad time zone areas there in New Zealand. Big up New Zealand, man. Rate the commitment, car. You lot, I swear you lot are 9-10 hours in front. So my maths is poor. I ain't gonna embarrass myself, but it's 11:47 right now. So only God himself knows what time it is around them sides. So it's amazing, man. Having 3 out-and-out strikers in a match day 18 doesn't give us balance and threat off the bench. I'm not too sure that's extreme. That's true, because, you know, at least a minimum one's going to be on the bench. So you are going to have a threat off the bench, or if 2 are going to be on the bench. Balance, I hear that, you know, and but as much as I say I don't like Aubameyang on the left, you can't say imbalance is the team, really. You know, if anything, it provides balance because we'd be going with 2 strikers. So I don't necessarily agree with that, Subi, but your opinion is your opinion, man. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Come on, man. Let's get that up. Let's get that up. Let's get that up. Pavar said, oh, good one. You kind of, because I guess I've been sitting on the fence, been a bit diplomatic in relation to Lacazette's thing. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say a holding mid, more a deep line. But Lacazette 2022. All depends, fam, because I listen, I think most teams, I think fans in general are underestimating what a plan B striker can do. You know, you saw how, you know, Pete Giroud wouldn't be, and he isn't Chelsea's first choice, but you saw what he was on when he stepped in. I feel Lacazette's got some strengths. Fair enough, Igalo hasn't set the world of Man United alight, but you your face says so. But you know, like I said, if there was no need for another striker because they've got Greenwood, Martial, Rashford, they wouldn't have Igalo on loan or bring in a Cavani. You know, I think people underestimate having a rotation option. So I would like a plan B in our side, which I think Laka provides. I don't think Laka's been the man we all expected him to be. I think his goal scoring isn't consistent enough. That being said, I think he provides a lot of other strengths. He's up there for big games. He's got technical level. He does score some decent amount of goals. You know, he's a decent player, man. He's a decent player. it all depends, you know. I'm not trying to give him a new contract, really, depending on the fee. I'm not really trying to give him a new contract to make him one of the highest earners. Not that I care about what a man earns or money. That's nothing to do with me as a fan, but I just don't feel it matches up. So I'd probably lean towards sell. But like Kay said, that Lacazette question hit hard. You know, man are onto me. Your face says sell. You know, man are onto it. I was trying to do the Wenger thing. Chico's not having the bar. He's saying sell in caps. Big up Chico, always in the lives, man. Hope you're doing well and hope your family's also in good spirits, my dude. Antonio has said Dominic Szoboszlai in January. Isn't he playing against Bayern Munich today or tomorrow? Another chance to scout him. Would love to. You know, I'd love to get him down here today, really and truly. Szoboszlai is a baller. Will give us another dimension. Like Joshua has said, kind of following on, we need a creative midfielder in January because there's going to come a time when you know, Partey and Elneny might play week in, week out. But man are going to say they're not expansive enough. They're not this, they're not that, they're not the third. In true fan thingy, Lauren isn't here for it either, saying she'd sell. You know, she's not happy with Ceballos, not happy with Lacazette. She's onto everyone, man. Saracen Knight has said, hey, Deluded, what's your thought on the top four from your head and not from your heart? You're going to put me on the fence. I'd say definites. I only think there's two definites, City and Liverpool. And I don't think by their own standards, if you was to ask both sets of fans, all the managers, they said they've been 100% convincing in everything they've done this season. But I'd say them two, you know, on their worst days, they're clear. If, and again, because ultimately last year Leicester failed and United and Chelsea took advantage. But, you know, Leicester, if they carry this on, they've had statistically one of the best starts to the Premier League season. You know, Leicester could be up there if they continue it. So I'd probably say there's only two spots, and I expect Chelsea, Arsenal, and Arsenal, United. I think Chelsea will get there, so I say 3 to be fair. But I think third and fourth are kind of up for grabs. I think Chelsea, it's down to them to grab that with both hands or lose it with both hands, really. So I'd say third and fourth are up for grabs. And I think Chelsea, Arsenal and Spurs will fight for that. You cannot rule out Man United because they got it last year and we finished behind them. But I just think the way they're playing, their management, right now, they might be a yard above and behind everyone. And I'm not saying Arsenal's perfect because, as you lot know, we're not scoring enough goals, really. And we don't know if we're going to see the level of consistency required to do what we need to do in the market, people. Well, in the market in January and also with our existing players. I don't think he's a better player than Firmino. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I wouldn't sell Lacazette or swap Lacazette for Firmino, but I think Firmino's a baller. I think Firmino is more creative than Lacazette, but they're both meaty numbers. And I think Liverpool fans for a while, they kept hiding behind he presses and he gives us what he gives us for the team. And you finally see that while that might be true, the man needs to score enough goals. With Arsenal fans, because I can go through my comments on my old vids, man used to get onto me even though I'm one of Lacazette's biggest fans. You know, big games, he's up for it. He's pressing. He's got good technical skills. He can score goals, but he doesn't score enough goals. His creativity is to a degree overstated. I loved his pressing he's doing, but to be fair, is pressing a skill that we didn't spend 52 million for a man to press. Pressing can be done with Martinelli, could be done with Aubameyang. It was done with effing Danny Welbeck. So as much as I'm praising him for these things, these are minimums, really. And like I said, the main thing was goals, because if Lacazette showed he was a goal scorer, Aubameyang wouldn't be at this club. And you knew for a number of years, for all of Wenger's criticisms, he had a lot of concerns about bringing in Lacazette. And you could see within 6 months of finally bringing him in why we went for Aubameyang, obviously excluding what happened with other players, his futures and whatnot. So yeah, man. Lacazette's got a better hold-up play than Zaha, man. Come on. Before the international break, if he's fit, I would like to give him a run out, but he's got to be fit, man. We want him to be 100% fit, not 80% fit. You join in training and you bust your leg, it's dead. It's mad dead. So let's just wait till he's fit and whatnot, man. Got a number of questions. Road to 27k. We're only going to get to 27k if everybody subscribes to the thing. Make sure you subscribe to the thing. Make sure you hit the like button. You know, like my man said, like Emmanuel said, we're only 1 like away from 200 likes. So let's get that there, man. Chada said, no disco without Isco. Would you make a bid in January? That's an let me think about that one. You know, the Isco one for me is a techie one still, because you've seen him kind of criticize Zidane and say he only gets to play minimal minutes. You've heard rumors that Real Madrid want to loan him out. I would take Isco on loan. You know, he's a good I don't know his stats, but his stats, admittedly, they must be, like, in terms of goals and assists, they're probably meaty. But depending on the loan fee, I would take Isco. I don't know how the rules move. If you can take two people, can you take two people on loan? You can't take. Can you take 2 people on loan? Because Chelsea, Spurs, I swear Spurs tried to take Reguilon on loan, and then they just had to buy him for the Bale thing. So I don't know if you can take 2 people on loan, but if you can, you know, I would take Isco on loan, which has been reported, or I wouldn't mind taking him permanently. The permanently one's a bit of a difficult one because obviously there's wages, and the age he's at, the numbers for a number of seasons have been a bit meaty. But definitely on loan, I'd entertain it really and truly. But again, with signing Danny Ceballos, I'm not too sure if that's a thing. Big up Troy Deeney, but you're on a banter thing, Ali, man. You're on a banter thing. Big up Troy Deeney. Got a lot of time for him, but come on, man. Be serious. Oh, what are you saying? United fans hating on my thing? No, he's not. Big up Smith Rowe, but no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Big up Usman Khan, all the way from down under, tuning in from Sydney. You said, what's your thoughts on Ramsey coming back? Would you take him? I would love Aaron Ramsey to come back, but them ones there, you just got to leave it now, man. It is what it is. It's been and gone. Like, it's been and gone. Like, there's nothing else to say. Like, it's been and gone. You have to just move on. If the opportunity did arrive to maybe bring him back in, depending on the fee, why not go for him? Why not? Why not? Else is there. Oh, the cold tea's getting cold. One sec, people. I got to back this, man. It's getting horrible. Oh my god. I hate cold tea. That was butters, man. I haven't really talked too much, man. It probably will be, man. I back you, Levy, but I'm not really trying to. I'm not trying to do the Pepe up front thing, man. Smash the like button, as I'm not really trying to do the Pepe up front thing, man. It's a right wing, left wing. I'd rather play him in behind the striker before I play him as the number 9. I don't think that's him. Come on, man. Let's get this up, man. 393 people tuned in. 7 people bust out, but it don't matter. Yeah, that's what I thought, Saracen. It's an option, innit, to buy back. Yeah, because I would have thought, you know, regulations would not allow Spurs to have 2 people on loan. So it is what it is. Listen, purely from the heart, I'd take Jack Wilshere back. With my brain, it's not a logical decision at all. So I think that one there answers yours. Make sure you're hitting the like button, man. And that's it. That's it. You know? Hold up play can't be the only reason he started. He needs to score more. Not even just to take the pressure off of Aubameyang, my bro. He needs to score more for himself. You've been at that. He keeps throughout this whole thing. I've said 20 league goals, 20 league goals, 20 league goals. For all Lacazette's hold up play, that man talk about him, big games, tracking back, all of these things, Antonio, I'm sure you've heard. Like you said, man need to score goals. And I think the problem with Lacazette is not his lack of goals. Well, it is one. He is one. It's the fact that he's not a consistent goal scorer. He goes through these periods where he'll get 5 goals, he won't score for a minute, he'll get a 1 and a 2, and then do you get it? He's not really consistent. I know it don't make sense because Aubameyang, you can't really say he's consistent this season, but historically he's scoring, you know, mad goals. I'm sure if you was to look back at Aubameyang's goals, there's probably a month he's more prolific than the others. Like, remember a couple of seasons ago, or for a number of seasons, a lot was made of Harry Kane in August. For some reason, he weren't prolific in August. The minute it touched September, they're all coming back in. Joseph has said, I like Ozil, but I like Isco, but he's just another Ozil. Fair play. Khalil, who is a United fan, big up for tuning in. You said Isco is all about the eye test now. Stats, he's wavy. I'm not too sure for stats. I think it's the other way around, my guy. I think, you know, the eye test will show he's wavy, and I think it's a stats thing applied. Because, like I said, I'm taking Isco every day of the week. But is the Isco in my mind the Isco of today? Do you get it? So that would be something to review. And he's not playing at Madrid too tough. I would take him if regulations permit, you know. But is it worth the outlay of the fee we probably have to spend? I'm not too sure, and that's something only we can all draw a conclusion on. Xhaka said, what players have impressed you beyond expectations in the league so far? Let me write that down. Calvert-Lewin, first and foremost. He's scoring goals. Danny Ings, not because I didn't believe Ings is a baller, but he started the way he left off. There's been a few still. Lamperty, even in his little runs, Lamperty still. Elneny's up there, of course. I'd say Fred of United. I think he's been all right in the United shirt. Chelsea. Who has been from Chelsea? He's really, I wouldn't really say there's been one per se from Chelsea like that. I'm trying to think. Who else has been doing that? Grealish, because Grealish is taking it up to another level sort of thing, in my opinion. I was liking Douglas Ruiz of Villa, but obviously after yesterday, it's been a bit mad. You put me on the spot here. There's probably a couple more, Zach, but I'd say them still. I'd say them. I think that's true as well, Humor, because man would be saying, "Oh, Ramsey's on 300 a week. I was on this, blah blah blah." Look at man were begging Aubameyang, you know, man were begging, saying, "Give Aubameyang everything." People saying, "I'll give you my wife, Aubameyang, and on top of that money if you stay." Minute the man stays, this guy just got his peas. He doesn't want to score. Boom, 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 boom. It's mad. You can't please some football fans, man. Bro, I would love Zaha. Zaha's numbers are a bit meaty, but Zaha's one of them. I'm just taking him because I'm a fan of Zaha. You know, he's one of the first I tried to buy on Football Manager and FIFA. So I would like him. I would love him, man. Love my guy Phil. I wouldn't swap Lacazette necessarily for Zaha. I'd like to bring in Zaha and deal with Lacazette's future wherever we need to. That's what I've been saying. I don't mind Pepe on the left. I feel even with Pepe's sort of iffy form, people, it could be worth Pepe playing on the left car. On the left, you're kind of back to basics. I know you can still cut in and bang it on your right foot, but within it, there's only a couple of options you've got on that left-hand side. You know, you either get down the byline and cross it, you either get out your feet early and cross it, or you look for the overlap, or you dribble into blind alleys. I think being on his left foot will give him more confidence and less decisions to make. On the right, obviously, firing Pepe on the right is dangerous. Go down the flank, come inside, play it short, do whatever. But I just think there's too much going on that side. And I just feel Pepe's been good on the left. Like, I don't mind Pepe on the left, Saka on the right. I think Saka, that's Saka's position, both of them. In an ideal world, Saka plays on the right for me because he can cut in and bang it, but Saka can play everywhere. Not sure on this Lacazette as a 10 thing. I don't think his creativity, is massively overstated by Arsenal fans. Saeed, I'm a fan of Sabitzer, and I would like Danny Ings, but I'd more be on Danny Ings in and Lacazette out than I am Sabitzer and Xhaka. I think, might as well just leave that one there. Big up yourself for tuning in from South Africa, people. Big up all my South African killies. Big up everyone from every continent that you're tuned into. I'd love to know where you lot are from. So if you want, people, please comment where you're actually watching this from and tuning in from and all of these sort of things, people. It's crazy. But I hear that, Zach. But people might say Zaha's numbers are kind of meaty. It's true, AM, but you got to remember the wages, bro. Isco ain't coming for no baby boy wages. Let me just look at Isco's. Let me type in Isco on Google right now, people. You know what? Isco's 28. Even if they give us him for 20 million, he's coming. You're going to want big wages. And I don't mind it. He's only 28. There's a number of years left in the tank, but it's for Arsenal to decide. And are we going to do that right now with Mesut Ozil still on the wage books? I don't know, man. Come on, big up everyone in JA, man. I love you guys, man. Right, man. In Coventry from the bits in Camden, though. Come on. I guess you're at uni or something. Come on, man. I hear what you mean. Aubameyang needs service, but, the 10 thing's kind of dead, to be fair with you. There is enough in that team to create a bit more, even if the players aren't necessarily creative players. So I don't think Aubameyang's necessarily wasted, because the same could be said for him right now, left wing. Big up everybody, man. We got people from Cape Town. We got Ireland in the building. Stylish you, wherever you're from. Big up yourself. He's out here trying to get 300 likes for the gang. Make sure you like up the thing, car. It don't cost a thing. The thing. Come on, people are tuned in from London, like myself. Can I technically be tuned in from London if I'm the one with the show right now? I guess so. But yeah, I'm in London. You got, we've got all different sort of nations and whatnot, man. Come on, man. Come on. Vegas. We got Croydon, South London, You have to probably get a plane there, same way. We got South Africa. Come on. Like Emmanuel said, 12 likes and we get 12 more likes to 250. So let's get that one there going, people. Don't forget to get your questions in as well as telling me where you are. We've got Trinidad in the building. Come on. All over the Caribbean, Africa, Europe. Big up everybody, man. Football's a diverse place. South Africa representing again. The thing, man. Come on. You got MY in the building. We got Peckham, them Nam youths. Hey, I've been to a couple parties in Peckham back in the days. It was a bit gazy still. What? This is not a real Arsenal fan. He's insulting the legacy of this. What are you talking about? And I know that's not Steve Bruce, but you need a hobby, bro. You need a hobby, man. You need a hobby. It's not good. It's not even. It's 4 minutes past 12 and you're talking nonsense on your mother's internet. It's not good, man. Scary you, man. Scared of you, bro. Ghana in the building. Oh, man, I'm even hungry, bro. Man, I'm even hungry. Like I said, we've got South Africa, we've got JA, we've got Southeast London, we've got India, you know, we've got Thornton Heath, you know, we got them drillers from them sides, you got Paris in the building, you know, like Saracen Knight said, football is one race and one nation, like he said, you know, Port Elizabeth, Argentina, mad thing, Argentina. I think that's the first time I've seen someone say Argentina, Thailand, you know, them ways there, Saudi Arabia, you know, that almost said smash up the likes. We've got Kenya, got, hey, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, come on. Eritrea / New Zealand. It's ridiculous, people. It's ridiculous the amount of places this thing is touching, man. Morden as well, down the road. Canada, Holland, Guinea, Syria. Come on, man. Come on, come on. Come on. Anyways, people, let's move on now, man. Let's move on. Where's them questions? What else have we got? So we've covered Elneny and Partey. I think I've covered everything. Chico, he needs a hobby, bro. He needs a hobby, fam. He needs a hobby, bro. This is what happens when youths get bored of Pornhub and they're waiting for their thing to recharge before they can go and waste their mother's internet and spunking on their hands and using their wank sock again. They come on YouTube and talk nonsense. Like, we're having a good thing going here, but you know, he's got the attention. He's got a little bit of. He's got a little bit of whatever he was looking for. So hopefully he can keep it moving now, man, and do what he needs to do. Matt has said, "What do you think about Smith Rowe? Ola just needs to stay fit, man. Everything else can fall into place if he stays fit. Needing to improve and stuff. There are many things he needs to improve and whatnot, but the main thing to be able to do that is he needs to be fit and be available for selection. And he's been working his way back to fitness. As usual, I've got small hope that he's fit enough to feature in the upcoming game, obviously on Thursday against Molde. But again, I don't know his fitness level. I'm not working with the boys, so hopefully he's there, man. What's happening December the 5th? Someone enlighten me. Is that I can look at the fixture list. Trust me, Emmanuel. Them and they're gonna make another account, bro. Proper virgin behavior, bro. Bro, no, not November. Them and they don't get nuts anyways, fam. Come on, bro. The only nuts they get is when they go shop and buy Snickers, man. When they're playing with their own thing, fam. Come on. Them and they move like Aubameyang before he scored that penalty in front of goal, just mad clueless. Come on, man. I wouldn't know what to do with a Jimmy, bro. Twat. Anyways, come on. Hungry. Who said Ukraine? Well, I don't know what you lot talk about in the group in the chat, but big up you lot yourself. Pogba not being world class. I know you spoke about it in the podcast, but I want to hear discussions. Bro, I spoke about that in the podcast. I don't think Pogba. I don't big up Seychelles. A girl in my class used to be from Seychelles, beautiful nation. I don't think I think that world-class thing is thrown about way too easily, and it's not a criticism of Pogba. I think Pogba's a quality footballer. I feel some of those things from Rennie Meulenstein was quite harsh. I feel Pogba's got world-class ability. I don't think he's a world-class player because he doesn't apply that talent through one way or another consistently. I think that's one thing Thiago and Kevin De Bruyne have over him. Where is Ahmed as well while we're there? Because Ahmed, one of my what they call these things, moderators, was giving mad verbal that his team United was going to win. He's dashing now. Oh man, don't worry, I'm on you. But moving forward, like I said, I feel he doesn't apply it enough. And I feel some of the things that we talk about Pogba, we've been talking about him since he's burst in the scene, you know. He can't play with this, can't do that, he can't do this. That being said, I do think he's scapegoated. I do think he's misunderstood. I do think he's judged on things that aren't always his fault. I don't think he's been fully fit this season when he's been thrown in as well. Like I said, he has to face the music. Like the penalty on Sunday, he shouldn't have done that. But I do think he's scapegoated. I think he's a quality individual. The way people talk about Pogba is like he's a small guy in this football team. He's a baller. I just don't think he's world class like a lot of players, if that makes sense. You know, because that thing is thrown around lightly a lot. Come on, bro. You need to hit the like button. Come on. Bro, the generational talent, everyone in their nan's generational talent, fam. It's jarring. If they're generational talent, let them do that thing, but it's jarring, bro. I think James would thrive. I wasn't keen on the sign of James, but seeing him at Everton now, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. You know me, people. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'll admit I didn't want James when he went before the Everton thing. I thought he was rubby. Now, you know, I'd drive him down from Liverpool myself. I think he'd thrive in this sort of system, man. I mean, the current form thing's rubby, man. Elneny is currently in a better form than Pogba, of course. Pogba is miles ahead of my man. Come on, let's be serious. Bro, Emmanuel Ahmed, it's all banner Ahmed, but where are you? And all them United fans that were giving me lip and giving me verbal, where are you lot, bro? Ella quiet, bro. Ella quiet, Ella quiet. Big up my Mauritian tugs. Do you think we should have gone for Van der Beek instead of Ceballos? You could say that, because I guess Van der Beek would have been a permanent one, but apparently we was offered him and we said no. So there must have been a reason for that. Was that car we want to put our P's down for Partey? I don't know if the two are even in the thing. I don't know, man. Stylish youth, Son or Mane, he taking big up Son. I know he plays for the Pagans, the rivals, but Son's a bad boy, but I've got to go with my guy Mane. If you was to throw up another comparison, I might go with Son, but Mane, serious. I can't believe like the Madrids and them teams, they ain't even tried to tap him up yet. You're capping, Chris. You're capping. That's massive cap, massive cap, massive cap. I don't think Ronaldo was a generational talent. Messi was, but they're both generational players. He was a generational talent, man. He just applied himself. That's capping. No one's sleeping on Son. He's clinical. It's just Mane's a big boy. Like Mane is the one I'm taking. You know, but it's an interchangeable one. It's an interchangeable one. I'm missing out something. No one can talk nonsense about Pogba. Like Pogba on the worst of days walks into a lot of teams. Like we can't cap. Samus said, "Is Oli hanging on by a European thread?" Boy, he's hanging on, but you know, it seems like whenever Ollie's hanging on to his job, he finds a way of twanging it and putting in good performances. You do it. I always keep saying he's 1-2 losses away from losing that role, but I don't truthfully know. You know, a couple of bad results this weekend, you might have to look at it. What? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Have United won at Old Trafford yet in the league? If not, it's probably been one of their worst starts to a season so far. Statistically, I said it in my preview. They've had one of the worst starts to the season since they've post David Moyes. In fact, it's level in some way. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. See, we're getting a lot of Abbey Lincoln Road. Here's your attention. Spurs won't let go, eh? Big up, Son, man. Big up all the Spurs fans locked in. I mean, like, it is what it is. Pochettino going United. I think he will, you know. But again, if I'm Poch, it's a difficult one because we might as well speculate all the teams. You know, if we look at Juventus and Pirlo, I don't think Poch is going there, but there's concerns over Pirlo, Zidane and Madrid. What is happening there? You know, pardon me. Obviously, there's Man United. Pep Guardiola right now hasn't signed a new deal at City, so there's that one there. I know he's spoken about not wanting to manage Barcelona and all of these things, but there's also the Barcelona factor if something happens with Koeman, who's had a bit of a difficult start to life there. You know, there's a couple, and I'm sure you could say a couple of other clubs, and during the season, there'll probably be some other options to speak about, but he's probably best to just sit on his hands and relax and wait. Opportunities are going to come. He knows he's a wanted man. He knows he's someone that's highly sought after. So it's probably just a waiting game, man. See, we're getting some different. It's neck and neck, man. Son and Mane are ballers, man. They both walk into the Arsenal team, and I both invite them with opening arms to Arsenal. But it's a myth. And Joe's put it perfectly, bro. Like for me, if it comes to, I'm taking Mane, but it's not like Son's way off him, man. Sorry, bro, man. Quick calling you Levy. Levi, man. Sorry, man. Chill, bro. Don't be so aggressive, man. Calm down. Levi, cool. Like Levi Jean, say nothing. Stylish, you said, what's your opinion on England having 3-class fullback? Well, me as a fullback, a Sunday League fullback, I can't help but smile because, like, let me write it down because it's always easier to write it down. You've got Maitland-Niles, who I don't think is going to be third choice, but he's first choice, but he's been called up. You've got James, you've got Trent, you've got Tariq, you've still got Wan-Bissaka, regardless what people say. You've got Walker there still. I'm probably missing out another young G, but there's a lot of tugs there. There's a lot of tugs there. It's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. I like the problems we have there. And for me as well, people forget Reece James is a right back, but he can play centre half as well as midfield. And if we're going to go free at the back and stuff, if Southgate had the balls, you could be flexible. Trent plays right back, but he's also played in midfield previously at Liverpool in the youth system. And there's also something he's on. Yeah, that's good. Bell's a baller, but Abby, I'm going to block you now. You're on a virgin thing. But yeah, man, it's good problems for England to have, really and truly. Good problems for England to have. Good problems, man. I would love to see them both start. I think they both should start, but for something, I think I see Ceballos coming in, Arteta's assistant. I've got a long way to go before I could even walk into a room and convincingly look at Arteta and ask him for such. Maybe one day, man. Potentially, man. Potentially, but I think that one day is gone. I means a lot. I appreciate this, Saracen, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It really means a lot that other fans are tuning into my thing and whatnot, man. I'm not gonna lie, Bruno Fernandes is getting away with a lot, you know. 'Cause I know Pogba was poor, and I'm not saying, you know, attack Bruno because Pogba was poor. The whole whether you win, lose, or praise, win, lose, or draw, praise and critique fairly. Every player at United should face the music. I only feel, you know, I feel Fred was alright in what he was told to do. I don't think McTominay was bad. I think Greenwood had a good performance. You know, he looked like someone that was going to cause trouble. Other than that, I think everybody else was quite poor. But Bruno was ineffective. Like, I never saw him. He's dropping deep. And when he's dropping, it's like Bruno just looks for forward passes. Sometimes there's nobody there, just hitting it forward. He's losing the ball, spending all day diving and holding. Like, him and Rashford just spent all day holding faces and whatnot. Bruno was quite anonymous, and it further confirms right now if he's not scoring penalties, he ain't on that. Son's probably better, but I'm having Sterling. Technically, Son's probably better. Get throw them both for football, but I'd rather Raheem Sterling personally. We've also got Trippier. Trippier's there. You know, I think Trippier's ahead of there of these guys. But for me, I'd go Walker, Trent, Reece James. So Trippier wouldn't have a thing. But, you know, like I said, Southgate likes to, couple man will play in defence like Walker if he goes with a back three. No, it hasn't been confirmed, Chris. So at right now, Wan-Bissaka is eligible for England. We could, but if I'm Brian, I'm not selling him. You just bought him. You've tied him down to a big contract. You see him buying Munich, and these teams are interested. I'm not letting him go for 20 million. I'm trying to make sure I get paid from Lamperty. Are we on 20? Are we on 27K subs? If we are, thank you very much, man. I don't know why Axel didn't start at centre half. He'd put in more of a shift. And Van der Beek would have probably caused a bit more problems. No, I don't think so. There's nothing he can do with his height as long as his positioning is good. I mean, how tall was Dani Alves, you know? If Fabio Cannavaro isn't having any issues with his height at centre half, I don't think Lamperty's going to have any problems at playing right back. But you're entitled to believe that. I think a backup striker or a rotation striker. I think a backup left back, and I think keeping an eye on right back is key areas for Arsenal. On top of obviously a central midfielder, left back. Yeah, Saka and Maitland can be thrown in there and do a job, you know. But I would like someone who's actually a left back, if possible. If Saka is going to play further forward and Maitland moves to right back. Right back, you know, Bellerin played well, but has he nailed down that right back spot as for someone that's been in the team this long? Cedric Suarez has had opportunities. Is he seen as that? Maitland now, is he seen as that? So let's try and lock that down. We all know we need to see a midfielder come into this club. And I would like to see a striker, regardless of what happens with Lacazette personally, probably with him moving on. So, yeah, man. That's a top midfield, Nana. Very top midfield. It's got box to box. It's got creativity. It's got everything. For me, that's probably an 8, 9 out of 10, really. Just because no midfield is going to be perfect. Maybe. Why not, man? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Come, people. Look. Oh, I'm going to take 2 more questions for I bust out. I didn't realize the time. Need to get moving. Trying to cut my hair. Honest opinion on Jadon Sancho. Absolute baller. Absolute baller. Would have loved him at Arsenal, but it is what it is, man. Absolute baller. Really appreciate how he went to Germany to improve his game and the rest of it, man. Big up George's opinion. He's just walked in. Good morning to the nation. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I've already answered this. I've gone with Pepe, my guy. Botswana's in the house. Big up yourself, innocent. We got one more question, people. I'm gonna keep it moving, man. Someone come through with a question. I'm just checking. I ain't got nothing that I've missed out. I don't think I've missed out anything, people. Yeah, I ain't missed out anything. Screenshot, because that's gonna become a video. What else is there? Aye, man, you lot are boring, bro. Thoughts on Pepe? Baller, but incredibly frustrating. Bad boy centre back. Bad boy. Only going to get better. He's going to have some tough periods, of course. Bad boy. You know, we talk about Lamberty. He's going to, Fofana is going to make Leicester a lot of money. You know, that's 50 plus million. You know, Siyinchu's probably going to fetch a similar fee as well. So them and they are going to have a good thing. And one thing I rate about Leicester, they seem to be getting these centre halves in. Like they had a good partnership with Morgans and Huth. They've obviously had Evans coming into the thing. Now they've got this, and you know, for Fofana, he's got the best place. You know, he's going to play a lot of games for Leicester. He's in a good system. You know, he's got Thingy on him as well. He's got Kolo Toure, can learn a lot about him regardless of what man have to say. So there's a lot to be said, man. And big up Fofana, man. I wouldn't sell him for 40 million, at least not now. Egg and mayo or chicken and mayo. Chicken and mayo. I don't know about that egg and mayo thing. That's dead. Ugh. 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 Like Sam said, man, there are 329 people watching. There should be at least 310 likes. No, man, there should be 329 likes, man. Hit the like button. It don't cost that. You might have to got a gun to your head or I'm charge you £100 to like it. Like the thing. Pardon me. This is probably a question for a live tomorrow. If I go live tomorrow or on Sunday or on Thursday, you know, I got you lot. So I'm gonna leave you lot waiting with that one. Where will Alaba end up? I guess you mean with the Bayern Munich team. My gut instinct. I think Barcelona, but I have a funny feeling he'll come to the Prem. And with that, there's only probably 3 teams. United for wages. He said he's an Arsenal fan, but I don't see us doing that. I can see him going City, like as in most believable. I could see the Chelsea thing as well, the London aspect. Liverpool would be a good signing as well. You know, I take that back. There's a couple teams he could go to, man. He could go to in the Premier League. So that would be it, man. I hope so, my guy. I want European honours. I want to win every trophy, man. So I hope Arsenal can win the Europa League. Really do. That's for another stream. We're gonna get onto that. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, stylish, man. We'll listen to your meetings. I don't want to be messing up your meetings and whatnot, but big up yourself for tuning in regardless, man. Come on, Black Halo. I'm doing well. I hope you and your family are also doing equally as well. I'm in good spirits. That's all a guy can hope for, really and truly. George, trust me, I love seeing the youth in Europa, man. My guy, it's probably just about it's about Eddie Nketiah proving you wrong. Like I think Eddie can be a squad player at best. I don't think he's gonna take the number 9. Like I don't think he's gonna do a Rashford or a Greenwood or that. But I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I really want to be proven wrong. I think right now I'm cool with him being a squad member, but equally I'm not gonna lie, 20 odd million, something like that comes in for Eddie. I'm like, oh, Eddie, you might have to go. You know, Balogun, Tyrese, Peas. Aubameyang through the middle, it's done, man. Come, man. Let's add them a louder mocking the weight and them thing there, man. It's deep, but I probably would get rid of Lacazette if this contracting persists. Keep it up, man. I'm hearing good things about the like to watching ratio. People keep smashing that. You lot are some good people, man. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Who made you the new graphics? Who made you the new graphics? Wouldn't you like to know? And I'm going to large him up right now. Big up my guy, Josh, man, who's certified with that. Give him a follow, people, or hit him up. He's got his own website, joshstudios.co.uk. He's a graphic designer. His at is, let me write it now, rather than talk. Big underscore man. Joshy. That's his thing. Big boy, big boy, big boy, big boy, big boy guy, bruv. Certified. Make sure you all give him a follow and at him and tell him you appreciate what he's done. But he's done it for man. He's done a lot for man. Not just with the editing. He's a very nice person, man. A very nice person. Very nice person. Very clean-hearted brother. You know, always tried to help man as well. Always tried to help, man, and offer nice words. So I can't speak highly of him for what he did, man. Hey, big up my moderators, Levi. Hey, I allow Levi, he's good, but whatever he did, they're on to you. I like that, man. High press from my moderators. None of this sitting back thing. High press. tactical fouls, all that. Make sure you stay with that, moderators. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I'd probably I'm saying a 2025, a little sell-on clause, you know, one of them things there, you know, doing that thing. Of course, I watched the FA Youth Cup. I watched the final yesterday. Congratulations to Manchester City. Fantastic, you know, for Cole Palmer. He missed last year's one, missed a penalty against Liverpool. He scored, you know, it was a good game. Chelsea and City head and shoulders above most academies for collective talent like that at that age. So it's not, you know, they're probably going to contest quite a few more finals between them people. So yeah, man. Sam, you're right. I need to bust out. I need to bust out. I need to bust out, man. No, but I like chatting to you lot, man. I like to do lives, man. Like I want to do. I don't want to cap and say a live every day in it. I want to attempt to do a live every day, like, because I just like the interaction. I just can't put my name and my name or foot on it. Like I can't put a name or a foot on why I like it, but I do, man. I just like to do the live thing, man. There's just something to be said. How obviously I'm in my room doing what I'm doing. You lot are at work, you know. Some of you are at work, some of you looking after your kids, some of you are you know, looking after your children, doing what you're doing. Some of you are in the bando, some of you are probably riding 23 bang up and watching this on an illegal tech. It is what it is, man. However you're doing that, it's appreciated, man. Something like that, man. Something like that. Why not? Why not, man? Why not? I wouldn't say a crisis, but you could say so. You know, if we like at centre half, if all the bodies drop, we're in problems. We're in problems. What game am I going to be watching tonight? Let me re-look at the Champions League fixtures, my guy. Because at first I was thinking Salzburg versus Bayern Munich because of Szoboszlai. Probably I'm going to record that game, the Salzburg Bayern Munich thing, but probably a Real Madrid Inter Milan one for me. Probably that one for me. Out of the 5:55s, if I have to watch one, which I might not be home in time, I'll probably watch Shakhtar. But, you know, at the 8 o'clocks, I'd say Salzburg and Bayern Munich on record. Real Madrid / Inter. Real Madrid kind of need to get 3 points. Atlanta versus Liverpool's a little juicy one there as well. Out of the tomorrow games, Leipzig PSG probably be it for me. But realistically, I'm probably going to end up watching either Juventus or Barcelona, as I have been doing. Do a live watch along today, bro. I might, man. I might. I'll have to see, man. I'll have to see. Spurs is a long time away, my guys. Spurs is a long time away, so I'm not too sure. But we'll deal with that one. Trust me, you will get my thoughts when that one there comes. You know, Inter. So you man have picked it for me, man. You man are saying the Inter thing. You're gonna damage the brand. I don't know about none of that. But if you're gonna send man some, then the first option. You man get onto Hugh Wizzy, that's my guy, but we need to, fam. We need to. I need to be on his channel, man. Need some subscribers and that, man. He's a clean-hearted brother, you know. Got a lot of time for Hugh. One of the out of the big dogs, the guys with all the subscribers and that who tried to take man in and whatnot. So he's coming, man. You man get onto him, remind him to do that and drop that. So yeah. You've also said Deluded and Rants talk the most sense on YouTube. Thank you very much, my guy. And big up Rants also. As I said, big up Deluded. I think to take our attack to the next level, we need to sell Lacazette and put Pogba down the middle and sign a left winger. Potentially, my guy, potentially. But I would like, if not Lacazette, another striker in the squad to give us another dimension and them things there. Would it be it for me? George is sounding like Arsene Wenger. Martinelli will be ready in a month or two. I'm excited like a new signing. So am I, my guy. Big up Ems. The streams have made you connect better with the audience. Your genuine aura shines through. Big praise, Ems, man. Big praise. And I don't know, like it feels like you're all sitting in front of me. We're chatting about football in the dinner hall and whatnot. So I'd say you're right on that, man. Trust me, regular Tuesday, my guy. Fully a regular Tuesday. Fully, but it is what it is, man. A man said nines. Bro, I would love nines on my show. Bro, does nines follow, man? Bro, if I link nines, we'll do the show. But man's trying to go to, what's it, Church Road House? The man's trying to get the loud, bro. I'm not going to act that. I'm trying to get that. Hey, man, want to be doing all that, seeing all this with nines and scraps and all them things, man. Is what it is, man. Come on, Fred, man. Big up yourself, man. You're always in the comments, always saying positive stuff. Yeah, Josh is on Twitter. I'll put his account in there. Go and follow him up and praise him and whatnot. Would I rather sign Felix or Haaland? Adam, you're a bad guy, man. That's a difficult one still. It's a difficult one still. It's a difficult one still. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me, Carl. Felix is a baller. I think if Felix goes to an attacking sort of team, it's different. I'd say Haaland, man, because you know I'm just picturing Aubameyang leaving right now, and we need a striker, so I'm gonna go with him. Man said come Stonebridge. That's them drillers there. No. I used to go Northwest 10 for Rays, and you Northwest man are different. You man there probably still wear beat cuts. So I'm shook at you, man. Still. AM's getting on to me, DG the brand, bro. It's true, but I mean, you know where it is, man. They gotta prove the guy, bro. Big Nasty could do his thing, then I think I could do mine, bro. Half the time, you man are clocking when the thing's been set already, fam. But oh man, you lot are killing me. You lot are killing me. It's true. It's a difficult one, man. Highland guy, it's a difficult one, man. See, there are different answers in that, man. Let me answer one more question and bust out. Would I take Dele Alli at Arsenal? I'm a fan of Dele Alli, so I'd say yes. But at the same time, he's not going to offer nothing or bring nothing on current form to the table that is going to benefit Arsenal. He still plays like a toddler, doing silly little turns and tricks. And we don't really need man that are wasteful. We need man that can be clinical. You know, I'd rather probably dream chase, try and get Eriksen on loan from Inter Milan than actually make the ambitious bid to try and bring Dele Alli to the club. So we'll have to see what's happening, people. But I'm gonna answer this last question and get out of here. Like Sam said, I need to go cut my hair, man. I'm tired of coming on streams where I'm looking all mad and stuff. And I hear Boris Johnson's trying to lock down our thing, so I'm trying to cut this before it gets to that. But Georgia said, "You think we should sell Mavropanos after this season? He can't stay healthy." No, because we signed a new deal. I think obviously, you know, if we get a decent offer, don't get it twisted, like significant profit after what we've paid for him, I'm all on selling him. But I'd say let's persist, man. Let's see when he gets fit, you know, because he's getting shagged. Injury seems to be a massive problem, you know. It seemed to be like he's getting into his old match on loan. So let's see what he's saying when he's fit. But I think that's something that could be done. Man said get dreads, bro. Get dreads. I used to have cane rolls, bro. And, you know, I'm not on. I can remember the whole. I liked having my hair, but I didn't like the taking it out, the washing it. It's all Mazzolini. Like, I'm not going back to that, man. But let me bust out of here now, man. Like Emmanuel said, guys, before you all keep it moving, please smash the like button. It don't cost a thing, you know. Come on, man. It doesn't matter. Whoever you are, wherever you are, just hit up the thing, man. Like Sam said, you know, you're thanking me for my time. I'm thanking you for your time, Carl. Without you lot, this would be pointless. I'd be here talking to myself like a loner. So I really appreciate it. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I've seen a lot of, you know, I've seen males, females, black, white, old people, young people, all different countries. Like Saracen rightly put, you know, it's one people, one nation when it comes to football. So it's really appreciated that you lot of whatever you lot are doing, whatever diverse lives you're living, you found time to rock with, man. So it means a lot. You don't know me. I'll be back again before too long. You know, I'm like a bad smell. You can't leave me hanging and whatnot. I think at 2 o'clock, I think I scheduled yesterday a DG Deluded Thoughts. You lot get on to me for that. I had one that I haven't released in a while and it's scheduled to be released. So look out for that. You lot know me. I'll be back again, man. People. You lot make me really conscious of the way I say people, man. It's a madness, but it means a lot, man. Like Emmanuel said, hit up the like button on your way out. It don't cost a thing. Big up my guy Chico. You know, I need to employ. Chico looks like a serious driller, but he looks like the man that don't talk too tough, just take you around the corner. Oh, Chico looks savage still, bruv. Like a driller still, but I always have to watch myself when Chico's here still. Big up yourself, Chico, man. Serious guy. And you know, man, come on, big up. I'm seeing it melts my heart when I see all the praise from you lot, man. Consistent names and new names, and it means a lot, man. But we'll be back again, man. I'll be back again. We'll be back again. Right now, we have more likes than viewers. Moving brazy. Come on, let's keep that up, man. Let's keep that up. Big up yourself, man. Come on, big up yourself. However you found out about me, whenever you tuned in, man. It's not late, bro. I said Wednesday. So you got a whole 24 hours. Just comment that Q&A thing. Comment the Q&A tab with your questions. I'll get to you. And this is going to be the last Q&A in the current format that you know. It's going to change and it's kind of going to become a members only thing. You lot have been getting on to me about that. You are global. Let that let that sink in. Keep your head up and get the F out of here and enjoy your day. Sam, I will do that. I will do that. Sarenson, you know, I'm getting out of here. I might as well just clear up these things. You said you watched the Khabib fight. Yeah, I did. I'm upset that he retired, but I understand why he did such. Carl said, thank you for your stream. Thank you for watching, man. I'm giving Partey your time. Liam has said, people, big up yourself, bro. Should have replaced Troops on AFTV. I don't think anyone can replace Troops. Big up Troops. But, I mean, Robbie needs to have the guy on more frequently, man. You know, Robbie needs to free up the man, then, man. Like, big up Robbie. Big up Robbie, but I mean, no shade, but I'm seeing some other man on that show, and I'm thinking, I ain't hating, but you can't have them man there and not have DG car. What they bringing to the table? But it is what it is. It is what it is. We keep moving, we keep building. And like I said, for the 1000th time, thank you very much for your praise and whatnot, man. I'm out. Says it slow. I'm out. I'm out. People deluded. I'm out. Is that how I say it? All right, cool. But on that note, I'm busting out, man. I'm busting out. I'm busting out. Man said shots at Cecil. No, Cecil 30, man. Big up Cecil. I'm just seeing bare different new youths, bro. Like, bare different new youths. And I'm just thinking, yo, Robbie, man's always shouting you, you're airing the thing. Like, big man, chew, what's going on, big Robbie? Like, what's going on, uncle? But it is what it is. Big up Robbie, though, man. I'm sure you'll see me on AFTV not before too long. Or maybe it won't, but it is what it is. No, I didn't watch no AFTV fight in the weekend. What happened? I don't know what happened. I don't... You know, I'm just focused on my thing and what I'm doing and all these things. I don't know what's happened, and this is the first I'm hearing about that. I don't know who was fighting, what was fighting, but whoever was fighting, you know, it's a peace and love thing. Hopefully they've found a resolution. You know, anytime it has to resort to physical violence, assuming when you lot say fighting, you're speaking of that, it's quite upsetting. But I'm gonna get out of here, people. You know, I'll be back, not before too long. I'm trying to, I don't know, man. You lot help me, man, because you lot say you want memberships and you say you want consistent streams. You gotta give me some ideas and in relation to a schedule from the sort of stuff you want to see. You want to see in the thing. Like, just bring me through, bro. Like, just help man out, bro. Help man out. The scouting reports ain't come through. If you're talking about my scouting report videos, allow me, it's coming, bro. Like, you lot are onto me, you know. Like, you man want tactical reviews, you want normal reviews, and then you still want me to find time for the sports scouting reports. It's coming, man. Just have to cool off, allow me. It'll be out tomorrow. I promise you that. You know me, I don't cap. So on that note, I'm going to really bust out now, man. Big up to everyone that was in here. Please smash the like button. It doesn't cost a thing. It is what it is, man. Do a watch along. Let me not cap. I want to, man. I want to, but by the time I get, I'm going to be knackered. I'll see. I'm not going to promise you nothing. Like, right now, it's sounding, you know, when your mom tells you we'll see when we can come back and that, you know, when they tell you we're going to get something, you're not going to get something, take it like that. But I'll see, man. I'll pattern something. Do as much streams as you can so you can get an audience from all walks of life. That's fair enough, man. I hear that. Hope you all have a nice day. Bless up everybody. And like M said, like before you leave, if you ain't, that's as simple as that, man. And like I said, big up to everyone. I'm seeing people from all different countries. I'm seeing all different towns in London. I say towns. Is that even that London is a town or is a city? Or is it towns? Like, London's a town. London's the city. Everton might be a town. Tottenham might be a town. Stonebridge might be a town. Well, it's Stonebridge in Halsden, or is Halsden Stonebridge two different things? I don't know how everything works, but it is what it is, people. I'll figure that out. I'll Google that. But for now, it's been a lovely 90 minutes, half an hour longer than I anticipated. On that note, people, DG, I'm out.